afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast with me, your host, Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda here of Reich, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here to an exciting 1v1 on Arnhem checkpoint. Between M, the south, we got Kryptic fighting for the Wehrmacht, Deutschland, Reich. Fighting here for the 3rd SS Panzer Division Totenkopf versus in the north, we got Princess of Angels fighting here for the Soviet Union. For Stalin. Rolling out here for the 10th Tank Corps, and we got Shock Rifle, we got Lend-Lease and Soviet Industry versus Lightning War, Assault Support and Mobile Defense there. With bulletins from mortars and infantry and anti-tank guns. We've got plenty of countries there for Princes of Angels, whereas we got Grenadiers and MG42s there for Cryptic. Both players there going for a rather standard start in that sense in terms of build orders. Quick bit of barbed wire here, not quite finishing it off though. Can be seen as a bit cheesy by some players. Right, they're basically denying cover here around the point here, focusing basically on the centre, not for example, gaining some fuel right away, but then again, so is Princess here, rushing straight for the centre as well. A lot of players, of course, do tend, I think, to overemphasise the centre, and of course in the process ignore the resources on the sides a bit. But so far Princess does seem to make a bit more of an actual effort towards gaining some fuel. But there we go, we got Grenadiers moving in. This is the Pioneers, we left to fight in the centre, not say some infantry. We've got more Grenadiers on the way for Kryptic and Deutschland. Meanwhile, constantly moving here, we got a lot of sandbags over prepared by Princess on sort of vital points, and of course the way she's putting them up right at the edge there to basically ensure the opponent can't use the sandbags and hold the point at the same time. Also in this case, further note, she's only just barely finishing them. Just barely finishing them in some cases to basically ensure the opponent can't easily even then use them. So she has to finish them up, that's ensuring them more to availability. In this case, probably not to worry about this one, but this is a highly contested point generally, so having that one, not quite fully prepared there might be a good idea. Got more countries down the way for her. Down south, Grenadiers, Pioneers, no tech up. Bit of shooting here. Getting a fuel point there, whereas Cryptic again is moving up the west here, using his MG42 out of all things. This is a really peculiar manoeuvre. Again, he's not going towards his own fuel point, he's going more towards the opponent, and he's using his MG42. Very unusual, very unusual. 3rd Grenadier squad down the way for Cryptic. And there you go, infantry shooting away from here, perhaps realising this is an act to the brightest of the deal. Just clever old trick here some players like to do is basically they abandon the building, then they wait a few seconds, and the opponent rushes forward to try to take it, and then they pop back in, get a few extra shots as they get out of cover. So it's a bit of a trick there some players like to use, in particular on the higher levels, which is why you always need to be careful. Sometimes, if they leave the building and they're not, heavily beaten, wait a few seconds, see if they don't appear back inside the windows, begin shooting at you. That way you can avoid, for example, a quick, broadside there from the windows, maybe taking down 1 or 2 of your men. It's a little tip there. Grenadiers moving towards the fuel there, MG42 holding up here, but again, we're noting right now, Cryptic's forces are very scattered across the map there, lacking any concentration, any focus, leaving him rather vulnerable here to Princess of Angels, so not really what I call a recommendable Wehrmacht start. Meanwhile, Princess here taking up support them Campanier. Not exactly a huge leap of tech, mind you, but still tech there going on. So probably see some Maxims and mortars here. Back at base, nothing further happening. We've got 3 Grenadiers, 1 Pioneer and 1 MG42 there for Cryptic. Pioneers with Flamethrower, no tech up. What is Cryptic thinking here? Could also go for another MG42 to try and help further control the map, going for the victory point there, but has already lost the car point again, while the MG42 is over there again. He's not really getting any focus in there, and overall he's not getting much fuel in there compared to Princess, who's certainly getting a bit of fuel advantage. There we go with that, setting up sandbags here again, allowing her to hold the point here quite nicely with an infantry. One infantry focusing here on 1 Grenadier squad left to contain, hold the east, while we got more effort in the centre. MG42 operating very much on its own. Again, not quite finished sandbags there. There you go, Counters falling back here with the presence of the flamethrowers. Counters moving from both sides, attacking here the Grenadiers and catching them in a bit of a pincer, sending the Grenadiers running rapidly back. No take up yet as for Cryptic. He's up to, 2 Pioneers now. Interesting move there. Would have maybe figured some additional Grenadiers on that MG42. Oh, finally got tech up there for Cryptic. Finally, endlich. Meanwhile, moving up the MG42 again. Very bold here by Cryptic. Perhaps too bold, some might argue. I certainly might. They're going ahead here. Ooh, briefly considering telemines on the road, but perhaps feeling that it's not quite the time yet. Conscripts here versus Grenadiers have basically sacrificed the east for the west in a rather unusual maneuver, considering it is Arnhem checkpoint. We'll of course have to see how that actually works out, but I would certainly have to describe it as being quite risky. Conscripts holding up there. We actually got a mortar out here for Princess, the 82mm mortar. The Soviets had several mortars throughout the war, including one of the really big ones, which I think was a 155mm mortar. Was it 160? Actually, which the Germans never really caught on to. I think it was only used in the later stages of the war, 1944-45, but they had it. In fact, it was so big they couldn't, just load it the regular way you do a mortar. It had to be loaded through a breach. Fun fact. I do believe it was 160. Meanwhile, Grenadier sneak up. He looks like he's playing sort of sneak up there, using the terrain there to creep up. Very good for this creeping about there. Conscripts, engineers hang about. Cook these packs, expect some mines around there. No, looks like not. Pioneers as engineers. Got an enemy for 2 guarding here. Bit of risky position. Could happen by a quick sneak here. He could be outmaneuvered. He could consider using this building here to sort of defend through. A bit of barbed wire to make it hard to creep up on, but I think that could be pretty solid. Might need a mine. Engineers here versus Grenadiers. Bit of damage there. Like to make a nice company. Almost down there for Cryptic. Rapidly soon, and there we go. Grenadiers a bit of trouble. They need to retreat. Rückzug! Going for the fuel point there, so that way deny Princess, but at the same time, with this car point weakly defended, Princess basically just locks down there instead. And that's why another MD-42 then, of course, would have been quite helpful here. So right now, Princess is basically controlling all the vital points. Not over the fuel point, but on all the other points. They're basically still getting a lot of fuel out of it, plus munitions. So in that regard, Cryptic is one for a bit of trouble here. Again, he's too scattered. With the Germans, generally I find need more focused play, whereas for the Allies you can generally get away with more aggressive scattered play as long as you've got a plan, but with the Germans, not so much there. The lower squad numbers amongst other things rather makes it more tricky to pull off. Got a scout car there on the way for Cryptic. That could certainly help out, though a half track to ferry about troops I think would also work out quite nicely. Also reinforced at the front line, we got to push in there. Now all the fighting he's done here for the western side, she's about to be given up, since he's now pulling back at the MD-42, realising his place out there might have a few flaws there, so ends up being a bit all for naught, to be honest. Pioneers in the church, MD-42 hanging about. Bit of movement here in the east. Scharführer Reinhardt moving up there with the rest of his men. Grenadiers down to mortar fire. The mortar fails to land much of an actual hit. MD-42 there, needs to turn back. We've got the 222 moving in. Leichte Panzerspähwagen. Opening up here in the conscripts with its auto cannon. And they are quick to fall back here. Princess lacking any tools for dealing with it. In this case decides not to waste manpower, but just falls back here. Meanwhile, further shooters here. Mortar. Oh, could actually strike in with a 222. Go for the mortar and perhaps try and wipe it out and actually seize it for himself. But Cryptic here does not seize upon the opportunity. It tries to move in and flush out the conscripts. Then says about moving the 222. I feel that's a bit of a mistake there and a bit of a missed opportunity, to be honest, with Cryptic. And meanwhile, Princess of Angels has taken the fuel advantage. He so far has managed to build up to go straight here for a T-70. Not bad at all. Nope, not bad at all. Conscript engineers versus Grenadiers. Outnumbered and, well, outgunned really. Like to make a nice company, something further arriving there, and let's say no Panzer Grenadier or a half track, both of which could help here. Again, with the large amount of territory right now that Cryptic has to hold, the half track again would allow him to sort of react more swiftly to what's going on the battlefield. But Panzer Grenadier, certainly with a lot of firepower, would also work out quite nicely. A lot of firepower, and nicely quite able to threaten Russian infantry. Two there, getting up good hits to the conscripts. Pioneers, engineers both rushing away. Got the T-70 moving in, and well, he's got a telemine down there, but the looks at some Pioneers admiring their handiwork, which is great. And looks like the T-70 is going to be baited in by the 222. Ooh, even in death, it still served. In this case, trading off a 222 for a T-70 is one of the rare cases where a German player can say That was a good trade-off. So congrats to Cryptic there. He managed something very rare for a Wehrmacht player. Grabbing the point there. Grenadiers, engineers sort of slightly converging on each other. His eastern fuel point being threatened there. Needs to be careful, needs to be careful. He's again very much focused on the centre. I mean, he's not forgotten the sides of the map, but it's clearly not his priority. Whereas Princess does seem more focused on actually gaining and denying resources, which again could lead to Princess there having quite a fuel advantage, and of course already has a munitions advantage. So there are some slightly worrying things there for Cryptic to keep in mind. The Panzer Grenadier though should be able to help out. We also got light machine guns up here, so now Cryptic upgrading his game a bit there with more firepower versus the Russian infantry, and getting a Pack 40 as well. Worried about Princess bringing up more vehicles or armor. Not bad, not bad. 24-2 here, not well positioned. Or at least too focused on only one part, forgetting there's a center of the map as well. Pioneers hold here by conscripts, more sandbags. Panzer Grenadiers flanking in, very good, very good. That's going to make it more difficult for the conscripts to do much, and there we go. Steiner moving up there with his men, and there we go, quickly engaging the conscripts and taking them running. Haha! Very well maneuvered there by Cryptic. There you go, Pioneers, unleashing fire from inside the church. Burning down the conscripts, magnifying mortar hang the hound here. So a bit of a strong position there for Princess. Going to take a lot of effort for Cryptic to clear out, and we actually got a doctrine for Princess. It is Soviet industry. Got plenty of munitions to call in some allied supply drops. Got still repair stations, self-repair, KV-8s, and of course the KV-2. Cryptic has yet to sort of play his hand, though. There's definitely some overlap there with Tiger tanks. That is for sure. Beyond that, less overlap, in fact, between the doctrines. No further tech, and there we go. We got supply drops going in there for the Soviet Union. Got Panzer Grenadier Pioneer flanking and going straight for the conscripts there, guarding the cut-off point. Los! 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 Fire frei! And there you go, engineers, if you hit, so there you go, quick trying to focus. Now, you probably should have focused on the engineers who can actually harm the Panzer Grenadiers rather than the conscripts who can't because they're busy running away from the might of the German army. There you go, double engineers, Panzer Grenadiers swiftly overwhelmed, sent running. Further fighting here, Maximum mortar still firing away there. He might want to consider getting either his own mortar or rushing or flanking his position somehow. Grenadiers might want to support their pioneers regaining there. We got a second Panzer Grenadier squad on the way there for Cryptic. He might getting some progress on the west side. Good, good. MG42 looks to be falling back there out of the church. It has been deemed no longer safe. There we go, Ralph getting a bit too slow there. And there we go. Otto and Reinhard dead. And Jürgen gets killed as well there, leaving Cryptic a bit short on infantry until you get the other Panzer Grenadier squad out again. Pioneers bring up there. You'll probably want to use the building, it still has reach there, but by the same time, so it can't be suppressed, but will also, take less damage. Right there, Cryptic, I think, perhaps might have done that, but a bit too slowly. Either way, that failed. And there you go, Panzer Grenadier. Got a bunch of them now, a lot of firepower there for Cryptic's men. For the 3rd SS Panzer Division. Getting points here. So even again, as he's gaining the west once more, he's losing the east. Again, there's a bit of sort of repetition there in a sense. He's going to again need to make some kind of bigger effort here. Either Hart with flamethrowers upgraded could quickly clear this out, or he's going to have to pull a assault with Panzer Grenadiers, I think, from several sides. Catching a bit of a pincer, that might be actually able to clear up the mortar, and then deal with a Maxim. Panzer Grenadier piling eastwards, and there we go. Grenadiers versus a large conscript force supported by engineers. We got Panzer Grenadiers moving up, won't be enough, and we got another fuel drop inbound for Princes of Angels and the 10th Tank Corps. Pioneers first back. Bit of a duel here, but the Maxim rule has the advantage, more durability there. Plus, of course, the mortars really only making never mind, it's too bossy here, murdering the Panzer Grenadiers in the east.
Enemy forces are securing our
Johann,
territory.
Fritz and Dieter all dead there. Further staggering losses for Cryptic and the 3rd SS. Can't keep that up at this rate without really doing any damage in return. In the sense of the infantry that continues. He's finally getting a mortar of his own that should try and counter this. But he's going to need to pull off an assault to really make it work here, to be honest. And meanwhile here, Panzer Grenadiers versus conscripts. Nice bit of shooting. Good bit of damage there. A lot of assault rifle fire. The conscripts do not have that one. And there you go. Perhaps a bit slow, but looks like they should be able to survive here. All of the fire there from the Panzer Grenadier. Pioneers moving ahead, a bit of fire there. We got Maxims, and of course now a field gun out for Princes, wearing here about Cryptic getting armor out. Oh, he has actually teched up though, but hasn't yet to go for the support armor core. Grenadiers here overwhelmed by conscripts. So we got Panzer Grenadier Pioneer moving in here, quite the solid force there from Cryptic. Quickly flanking in, conscripts with no Molotovs fire, and there you go, rifle grenade! Oh, got a wipe there, got a wipe! Ja, Volltreffer! Good shooting. Helmut. My name is Otto. Oh, I can't tell us apart really. Sorry. Panzer Grenadiers are almost wrapped here in a rather incendiary skirmish in the west there. A lot of engineers supported by conscripts. Makes it very difficult for you to remain ensconced. Also veterans 3 engineers, that is pretty nasty stuff comparatively. Cryptic hasn't really been able to get there. He's only got veterans 2 units. And those aren't exactly a lot compared to how much veterans their Princes of Angels has already managed to amass. So Cryptic in that sense is a bit behind. Mortars firing in. Seems to force the Russians to pull back. Could have smoked it, just assaulted it with some troops. I think that would also give him more chance of actually wiping out some units and grabbing a maximum mortar for his own good. But again, grabbing the east and losing the west. And we got repair stations going up here for the Russians. Nothing further from the tank command. He's playing here for a KV-8 flamethrower tank, in which case Cryptic would be a bit under gun track to deal with that at the moment. Got a single pack 40. Could in theory go for some Panzer-6, but that's going to be a bit vulnerable to the KV-8 as well. What Cryptic really would want is some armor out. For example, the Quick could counter that pretty hard. Going for the western victory point. Panzer going to be moving up out here, and there we go, ambushing the conscripts appearing from behind the fence, but running right into the middle. Should have stuck in cover, to be honest. Geballte Ladung, and Yuri had his bum slightly scratched there by some shrapnel, but that's about it. That wasn't the brightest idea there. Should have stuck in cover, just shot at them from beside there. That probably would have left them to a better situation rather than running out into negative cover as well, into close range of the conscripts just getting shredded. But there we go, KV-8 flamethrower tank arrives there for the Soviet Union. Ready to burn some fascists. Mining the town square there, bit up with some telemines. Good work, good work. We got mines up as well, I think, by, yes indeed, Princes of Angels. Panzer is engaging conscripts, firing away up close. Doing a lot of damage to the conscript stand. Little chance in a 1-1 versus the Panzer Grenadier like that. MB4 too much support. Oh dear, that's a really nasty double combo. Telemine and demo charge, expensive, but if your opponent... Oh, it's a good spot here, by the way. And you might ask yourself, why is this a good spot? Well, I'd like to briefly pause to explain. Looking at from this angle, what do you see? We'd actually only be able to see it because of, you know, the demo charge ping through the tree here. Which means it's actually going to be surprisingly tricky, even you spot it with a minesweeper to deal with. So in that regard, this is actually a very, very sneakily and well-placed sort of combo mine by Princes of Angels here. Very sneaky, actually using the default angle there to further make it harder for the opponent to discover and deal with. Thumbs up there. Lots of mortar fire there, raining across the place as bombs are unleashed. Engineers versus Pioneers, MG42 could translate support, and there we go, looks like it is. KV-8 continues up through the centre. No Panzer-6, but there we go, good gun, can't go for the Stug in a few moments, can't go for the Stug, Sturmgeschütz, I do believe that was a Panzer-6 upgrade there, there we go, underway. I think should have gone for some more mines, he's just gone for a quick Stug, which in fact he has the resources for right now. But I'm just quickly hunt down the KV-8, good rate of fire, good penetration.
Enemy forces are securing
ground
our
here.
territory.
Rolled over the telemine, but sadly hadn't suffered enough damage to actually result in a knockout blow. So it's a bit unfortunate there for Cryptic. Still, it's going to be out of the war for a bit there.
The enemy is attempting to steal our sector.
Troops enforcing, Panzer Grenadier ready now as they are Panzerjägers. Yeah. This is kind of a bit of a demotion, isn't it? Yeah. We probably shouldn't have made fun as a commanding officer. Bit of fun, engineers versus Pioneers, grabbing points there. Maxim hanging about, field gun waiting back here, very sort of reserved position, but at the same time, it's not too far back so as not to be able to react to anything happening at the front line either. I mean, some players will basically stick it all the way up in the base and they expect to react to anything happening at the front line. That's not too efficient, but there you go, Cryptic going for the Panzer IV instead. Not necessarily the best combo at this point, though, if you paid attention to what commanders tactics you also expect, Princess to probably, having gone here for certain industry, there should be KV2 down the road in that sense. Again, the Panzer IV is not necessarily going to be the best choice here. So, I mean, it's not bad. I mean, it depends on what much Cryptic can get out of the Panzer IV before anything further hits the Prince of Angels, but it's not going to, for example, put a quick end to the KV2. Bet you 2 Panzer Grenadier there, that's the engineers. The engineers are in a lot of trouble. Yeah. Try to shoot out as a flamethrower tank. If you can get it to burst, it'll roast terribly, and it'll make our job easier. Panzer IV arrives. Panzerkampfwagen 4. Pintelmatte machine gun going up. Panzerjägers moving about there. Conscripts hanging about. Mortars setting up as well. Rather risky position really there from Princess. Meanwhile, Panzers here versus Conscripts. Grenadiers flanking up. The ult's got the KV-8 there, rumbling about like a murderous dragon, looking for prey. And there you go, rifle grenade, signals to retreat there for Prince of England's Conscripts. KV-8 moving in from the right flank, Pioneers exposed rush back, Panzer moving up into the centre. Field gun the ready to act to open up here. There we go, good hit there. Meanwhile, Panzer Grenadiers pointlessly fire the rockets at the house there. Mortar gaining Vetri 2 there for the Soviets. KV-8 here sending the Panzer Grenadiers running, lighting the entire area on fire as well, creating a blazing inferno and ruining next year's harvest. Panzer Grenadier, rushing out on the front here, bit risky. Rocket smashing apart Yuri's legs and his life. There you go, KV-8 rolling through, another inferno lit up. Part of the church's foliage there catching on fire. There you go, KV-8 going straight for the Panzer IV, or perhaps just ending up with it. Panzer IV pulling back, Panzer IV about a field gun supporting, though, interesting enough, Prince of Engels is not supporting the KV-8 with the field gun. I do think Cryptic should go here for the Sturmgeschütz. Again, would allow him to sort of more quickly sort of put into the KV-8, allow him to hunt it down, deal with it from a machine gun afterwards, and also help deal with infantry. And with the target weak point, any further heavy armor would certainly also have to fear Cryptic. Prince of Angels seems to be setting up here for the KV-2. A bit risky. Cryptic, on the other hand, has yet to choose a doctrine. We're about to turn him into the game, and he's really losing out any sort of real advantage. And particularly, for example, benefited from early use of assault support with the Bolter Blitz, officers, strafing runs could help him out quite a bit there, or Jaeger upgrades, tactical movement, relief infantry, mobile defense, counterattack tactics. I mean, all of it, he's pretty benefited from it, but instead he's just waiting there, not entirely sure what to do, it seems. Whereas again, from Princes, we had a very early choice of third industry, and overall, so far, usage of 3 abilities so far there. Not exactly bad. Maxim there holding the Panzers and the Grenadiers, cutting them apart up close, suppressing them and dealing with them horribly. Troops reinforcing about a base, Pack 40 needs to move out. KV-8 being repaired. Not even using the repair stations for it then. There you go, Maxim caught here by the Panzerkampfwagen 4. Good hit there, Cryptic, could he actually be playing for the Tiger there? Anyways, time for the mid-game announcers counter change in terms of damage. It's actually very close. Cryptic has a small lead in terms of kills to over Princes, but it's nothing too big either, so that's a bit worrying therefore. I mean, Prince of Angels acting pretty well there, which again, as a Wehrmacht player, something you always have to be worrying about there in that sense. If you look at army value, they're much closer to each other. We have to know there's a bit of a slight difference here, but he's clearly falling in behind there. Resource flow, then we can see again. I mean, overall, Prince has basically got an advantage. Of course, should of course be sure to use it, but a bit tricky there. Overall, just indicates again there's this advantage over the opponent, but in terms of actual points held, it's a lot more back and forth. With Cryptic here sort of later game actually holding more territory, so it's not of course all bad, but there's clearly there in the early game some issues there I think for Cryptic, which as you might sort of see there sort of played out. I mean, if he's playing for a Tiger, that's fair enough. It's certainly going to help versus the KV-8, but it might struggle a bit more versus the KV-2. That might come down the road, but certainly it's not bad. If he's going for it, choose a doctrine at the very least, and if he's going for this, consider getting an orbital blitz out, get some extra fuel, some extra munitions, and that way further supplying that's also able to get up more medium armor afterwards to support the Tiger, possibly some Stug assault guns. And of course an orbital blitz would also provide more munitions for more mines, or perhaps some strafing support and so on, which could also be quite helpful at times to deal with some of the infantry threats there from Prince of Angels. But essentially, keep an eye on the points there, and also trying to push more up the centre. And I do think, he should consider launching some assaults, not barraging directly, but actually laying down a smoke barrage, and then sort of in the infantry charging in there, supported by a Panzer IV. That way, sort of being a bit more aggressive in that sense, rather than just, trying to bombard Prince of Angels to bits. For Princess, playing for the KV2, a bit risky. I mean, it's only 2 command points. I mean, it's only that point where that can quickly be filled up, but still a bit risky there, a bit risky. And also with that quite heavy manpower float, I mean, at the very least, you consider, I think, another field gun sort of provides some anti-tank, or maybe some caches. Just, don't float 1100 manpower. That's not what I would describe as being frightfully healthy. Or munitions point, that way just to sort of be able to supply drop more in there. I suppose that's an option as well, but still have room for mines and the likes. But needs to sort of gain back some of the fuel points. They need to deny Cryptic the fuel points to ensure Cryptic doesn't just get a lot of tanks, which again would give Prince of Angels quite a headache, in particular if that involved several Stugs supporting said tanks. But beyond that, not so much else to comment on, so let us return to the fight, to the battle ahead of us. Oh dear, he actually spotted it nonetheless. Not bad. But of course, even then, quite a bit there to clear it all out. I'm not saying it wasn't impossible, but if you sort of consider the angles, I mean, it's not a bad idea. And was certainly worth the effort. But again, we also see the highlight, of course, of the issue when you make for the combo mine. I mean, if you do get spotted, that's a lot more munitions down the drain, but you have to sort of deal with them separately. And of course, you still could have probably detonated and just blown up the Pioneers, which you decided not to.
The sector is at risk.
Pack 14 pushed back, there we go. Crew utterly wiped out, then mortar firing away, close to Veteran 2. KV8 rolling forward as well. Panzer 4 needs to intercede, save the day here. Mortar crew close to being a lot of trouble there. Panzer going to be moving up with Panzer 6. We got Candidates with the Panzer 5 as well. Mortar almost wiped out. There we go. Flanking, going for the pack right there. Bold, need to retreat. The Grenadiers, Panzer 6 flying against it. Probably should have Panzer fausted, to be honest. Damaged the engine of the KV8. Made it harder for it to retreat. Instead, Pack 40 crew wiped out before being able to do anything there. I think that was a mistake there. Churches far away, looking to burst into flames any moment now. And there you go, we got Gabaldaladen thrown in through the door, blowing apart poor Sergei. Nearly dies to the smoke. Panzer was here retreating, apparently afraid of the field gun there, close to getting that KV8. The Panzer IV could try, but again, there's a field gun on the way. So, of course, trying to flank in, but obviously we still got mines hanging about here, so there's not exactly a lot of easy answers here for Cryptic in just easily dealing with the KV8. Bit of mines have hit a defense on the more extreme points here, also closer to the enemy base, not bad. Also realising, well, Princess got no minesweepers, got both engineers upgrade the flamethrowers, so I mean hitting a lot of mines in that sense is not a bad idea at all.
We are losing a sector.
Certainly punishes her for not getting minesweeper engineers. So obviously the KV8 is always an option, but that's where you then sort of sneak in some telemines amongst the S-mines to punish that little measure. Cryptic clearly playing for the Tiger tank. Question is just merely, is it going to be lightning, or is it going to be assault support?
Can strafe at your command.
Assault support, so we'll be seeing the orbital blitz. We'll be seeing the officer of the SEER. What we'll be seeing here from Cryptic, besides a Tiger. Continuing eastwards. KV8 rolling hit. Veteran 2-1 there for the motherland. Cryptic a bit on the back foot again. Had a nice strong territorial advantage. Now's lost it. He's moments away from the Tiger tank. Tiga. Grenadiers. Panzer Grenadier. There we go. Sending the engineers running. Bit too much firepower there for them to deal with. Grabbing the centre as well with the Veteran 2. Almost Veteran 3 Panzer Grenadiers. That's pretty good. Oh dear though. Tripwire flare mine. Oh dear. They also works like that basically when exiting. Even regularly. They really need to look into that, to be honest. But that was just so much manpower. Munitions wasted. Tragic loss right there for Cryptic. Panzer Grenadiers sneaking about. KV-8 sitting out, and there you go. Got the Tiger tank out here for Cryptic. The Tiger. Sent by the 103rd SS Schwer Panzerabteilung, Panzerforming in, trying to sort of buy time there for the Tiger to arrive, and obviously with the KV-8 and save the grenadiers in the process. Panzergrenadier got some grenades popped off there. Didn't do much with them though. Pack 40 Panzer big damage. The KV-8 almost got it. Blitz, blitz, blitz. Get behind it. Tiger moving in. Pack 40 almost got it as well there. A few more hits. Field gun opening up. There we go. Past it. But there you go. He's throwing it into the mines. Well done there by Princess, but still loses the KV-8. No, keep shooting it. Knock it out. But there we go. We got the field gun as well opening up. Panzer IV gets it, but might be lost in the process. If only there was an officer to lay smoke. There you go. Panzer IV down. Tiger moves ahead there, Pendulum machine gun up. But now we got the KV-2 up for Princess of Angels as well. Things look very fast there, and also got plenty of fuels. I mean, taking up or getting an assault gun to support the KV-2 would be a very good choice there for Princess of Angels. He's got the sensor, but he doesn't have the fuels. He's not got the resources. Mortar crew in there. Oh, pretty bad position there. Tiger gets off next and hit. Continues to fire with the machine guns, cutting down the mortar crew members, shattering the ship, but not quite wiping it out. Ow! Close there for Princess. And she lost that, and there we go. We actually got the KV-2 setting up in a firing position. Shoots after the Tiger. I'm guessing she's using attack rounds for that way, so we'll try and suss it out. Panzer going to need to be careful in the area. Under the line of fire there of the KV-2, probably should shifting towards the east to deal with any infantry there. Also straight into a Maxim. There's luck. We got more Panzer going to be there on the way for Cryptic. More heavy infantry. Tiger hanging about, doing not too much there. A bit back and forth there between the two sides in this engagement. Fear going to hang back. KV-2 just overwatching. Just, I think, constantly attack ground there. Just hope to hit something. Anti-tank grenade. KV-2. Oh, terrible hit there. Terrible hit. Tiger forward back engineers creeping up, but not quite fast enough. More supporting. Pack 46 covering as well, making it harder to rush Cryptic head on. More Panzer Grenadier and other ones healing up here, reinforcing. Good. Grenadiers have been pinned down by the Maxim. Tiger moving ahead slowly. Pack support, but no infantry support. Maxim caught. Good hit there. The shade of the tree, while protecting it from the hazardous rays of the sun, doesn't really do much with the Tiger's 88mm gun. But there you go, Pack 40 on the KV-2. Slight hit there, but almost got the Pack 40 crew as well. And of course, got the Soviet mortar responding rapidly here to the presence of the fascists as well. And we have take up here for Princess, going straight next for the mechanized armor Campanea. We could see some T-34s, we could see S-35s, Katyushas, certainly a few options there for Princess. There you go, catching the mortar crew with the Pioneers. Tiger comes up to support as well. The mortar crew gets away largely unscathed, maybe a slightly singed though. Back at Cryptic space, not much happening there. No orbital blitzes, no use of his docks besides calling in a single Tiger. Comparatively, Princess has now used pretty much 4 abilities here of her doctrine. The only thing so far I don't think she's gone for is vehicle repairs, and even there I could be actually wrong there. There we go, Veteran, but he's upgrading the Panzerschrecks. I hope that's a misclick there from Cryptic, because otherwise he's actually making a pretty poor decision there. You might ask yourself why, because Veteran 3 Panzer Grenadiers are very good versus infantry. He's going to pretty much just cut in half a very effective anti-infantry unit just to turn to an anti-tank unit, when he had an otherwise perfectly good non-veteran Panzer Grenadier unit. He would just upgrade the Panzerschrecks on, use that instead. Instead, he uses his most veteran unit, and that takes a lot of his time and kills in order to just get them there. So that's a really large waste there by Cryptic on his Panzer Grenadiers. I mean, really just not good. Panzer's here holding by Maxim's mortars and a field gun. He's holding the fuel points again, but he's not quite getting out there, and he's actually losing them rapidly again. We got an S-35 on there for Prince of Angels, the S-35 tank destroyer.
We have lost an MG team.
Machine gun team lost it. Church collapses, entombing them. 7 kills there for the KV-2. Bit of rough grenading, bit of shooting, bit of murdering for the Reich. Maxim creeping up behind there, trying to avoid it. Good job, good job. Mortars are running.
Forces are securing our territory.
Don't know how many KV-2s have been operable by 1944-45. I think most of them have been KV tanks would have been KV-85s, to be honest, which was basically the interim solution between the KV series and the IS series.
MG42 team is ready for action.
I wonder if we'll actually ever see a KV-85 in the game. That would be pretty fun. Meanwhile, Tiger goes ahead engaging the conscripts. Good hit there, shattering Boris and Mikhail, leaving them nothing but blood and bones. A sort of random assortment. H-85 they're moving up there with its 85mm gun, same as the T-34-85. In fact, the H-85 was to a certain extent discontinued from production once they had the T-34-85 running, I believe. Though they still had some going on the other hand still as well, because they were basically sort of waiting until they get the H-100 moving, and so in the meanwhile they used the H-100 chassis to sort of create tank reserves out that way as well, which is actually slightly bigger, but even than the regular H-85 chassis. Something like that. And even then, said chassis was then too small for the H-100, basically caused it to tip over. Tiger getting flanked with H-85, KV-2 shoots as well there. Careful, the H-85 is a potent tank destroying there. Go another good hit against the Tiger. Down to half health there. Every single hit penetrating on that H-85. Nasty work. Pioneers taking a devastating for the KV-2. Peg 40 crew the only thing operating, and even then, under heavy bombardment there from the KV-2. Prince of Angels using it as a very potent artillery piece that can damage a lot of things. And there we go. Pack crew wiped out. Excellent use of that KV-2. Excellent use. Good tactical use as well here of the firing precision's ability. Conscripts Grenadiers in the eastern target gun maximum holding up here. Panzer Grenadier moving ahead. And again, it just feels like a huge shame there with those Panzer Grenadiers. Veterans who flee. You got the regular ones that are moving up, flanking, and there you go, quickly clearing out. The maximum could actually secure that alongside the field gun. That would not be a bad idea there for Cryptic. Going for the fuel point again. He's keeping up good pressure there. He's keeping up good pressure. And we got a T-70 on the way there for Princess of Angels. No, half track. Instead, got plenty of munitions. Could drop fuel. Could go for T-34s. Another H-5, Katyushas, KV-8s. Lots of options there for Princess of Angels to consider anyone on target getting repaired. And Cryptic, on the other hand, isn't getting any more armour. Not so a Stug to support here versus the KV-2, but also the H-85. I mean, a Stug, in fact, two Stugs I think would be a very good sort of cost-efficient method there for Cryptic to have a good chance versus that. H-85 running through the Apple Orchard there. Quickly since the Pioneers running there. Grenadiers versus Maximum getting cut down the middle of the open, and there go rocking it off, wiping half the Maximum crew. Grenadiers need to retreat. Panzer Grenadier there, Panzer League is moving ahead further. And it's such a big waste in my eyes. Panzer Grenadier is also retreating again. When they're like that, they rather depend on support of others, so why then would move them ahead like that as well strikes me as a bit peculiar. There you go, Panzer Grenadier arriving, but they're versus infantry units, they're pulling into heavy car, which the flamethrowers get a bonus versus. Not the best tactical move there by Cryptic. Tiger setting forward, almost fully prepared. We got the KV-2 and the H-5 ready to sort of repelling the assault into the centre. Might want to re-smoke that area, and there you go. KV-2 shot bounces, 85. Shot doesn't bounce. Gets a decent hit in the KV-2. And there you go, KV-2 gets a good hit in return, gaining Veterans 1. Mortar there, taking a nice hit. We got flares up there as well, lighting up the area. Anyone here in these Grenadiers getting absolutely overwhelmed. We got there we go, an air half check up for Princess. Adding some rapid anti-infantry to quickly react to any sort of smaller attempt here on the flanks. Good work, good work. Tiger's going to repairs. Cryptic still not getting any additional armour. Truck wrecked there by the KV-2's heavy shots. 16 kills for the motherland. And we also got fuel caches up here by the way for Prince of Angels as well, ensuring a more steady flow of fuel. And going for a Panzer IV. I'm not entirely sure again that's the best idea. I think a Stug would overall serve Cryptic better, in particular because he could then very quickly get another Stug. That way he'd have a much more potent anti-tank arm. T-34, no, cancel that. What instead then for Princess of Angels? What then? Panzer going to be moving ahead here. I think he's trying to strike with the Tiger on the flanks, trying to overwhelm the units here, wipe and then sort of strike up here, use the road to flank behind, get past Prince of Angels' defences or hit a more vulnerable spot. Or at least force, you know, so they have to consider this part of the map as well, rather than just allowing to focus all defences here. And there you go, Panzer IV out there for Cryptic, but there you go, managed to flank up behind here, catching the half in pretty bad position, knocking out with the rocket launches. Very good move there, very good move. Or what? Perhaps it was a mine, actually? Because none of them got the kill there. It was attack 40, they couldn't sort of joined in there perhaps as well, either way. Constant there, close to getting wiped, so that wasn't too badly done there by Cryptic. Nice little flank assault, we got the Panther quickly sort of setting the maximum crew running. T-Fed on the way from Princess of Angels, looks like she can't quite decide what she wants. KV2 moving towards the west here. Pioneer crew in a bit of trouble. Tiger moving in as well towards the west, Panther 4 here. Not grabbing the field gun, or at least wrecking it to ensure it doesn't fall into the hands of Princess. No supporting for the KV2. That's actually a pretty bold move here, though. I mean, in theory, Cryptic could just quickly overwhelm and knock it out. Oh! Knocks out the Pioneers in their own minefield. Hoisted by their own petard. Well done there by Princess. Well done. But there you go, Tiger moving ahead. H85, KV2 field gun going up. He needs to pull back the Tiger. Blitz! 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 Ah, scheiße! We need to get out of here, Helmut. Step on it! Tiger close to getting knocked out here. Slip of health, slip of health. This is bad, and KB. Tiger goes down. Oh dear. Too slow in getting out of there. Too slow. Tragic loss there for Cryptic and Deutschland. A Tiger crew lost. Plus, of course, the Tiger itself. I think Cryptic might have gotten slightly overconfident there. Oh yeah, that was pretty brutal. H85 over there, very close to victory 2-2. Got a victory point advantage over Prince of Angels, but that's really the only thing. I mean, Prince of Angels has got an increasingly bigger arm advantage over Cryptic. Tank destroyers, tanks, heavy tanks. He's lost several Panzer IVs now and a Tiger. Not what you'd call particularly good, losing control of the west as well to the advantage of the Prince. So there you go, knocking out the other Pack 40 crew. Panther 4 flanking in here. T-34, Panther 4 gating each other. There you go. T-34 abandoned, knocked out here by the rockets. The crew slaughtered. Moving up to deal with another fuel cache by the blade down there. Could perhaps grab the T-34. And there we go. T-34 secure for Deutschland. In fact, fun fact is the 3rd SS Panzer Division, I believe, by the Battle of Kursk, actually had a full company of T-34s. Courtesy, I think, of finding and capturing a Soviet tank workshop and putting it to their own use. Fun fact. Our T-34 rolling back. Rapidly taking a very safe route to avoid any kind of chance of getting caught by an enemy vehicle. H-5 on the hunt here for fascist tanks. Mortar crew needs to get away, then eventually flee by. He's actually put it on counter barrage, but he's sort of just try and get as much kills there. KB2 trying to silence it, but not quite succeeding due to the close proximity of the building, allowing the building to soak up most of the hits. Panzers here holding by the Maxim. And here Engineers opening up on the fleeing fascists, slaying them in the name of the motherland. Mortar roughly on the Maxim, but KB2 wipes in return the Grenadiers, gaining in veterancy too, and gains basically more range and faster turret rotation, making things worse here for any unit caught in its sights. And there we go. Poor Wilhelm slaughtered alongside Fritz. KV2 is really a murder here, and overall Prince of Angels has made very good use of that KV2, getting replacement T-34 by the looks of it. Cryptic, I think, is going for another Tiger. I mean, it could work, but you know, I think some Stooges would also help out nicely, in particular get off a good flank, use the tanks with all the attention, then once they saw, you know, all focus on the tanks and rush up, the Stooges would just deliver a quick murderous barrage. Also should consider flanking more. I mean, right now head on assault, I think, with the Panzer IV and the T-34, if that's really what he might be intending here, is going to be suicide. Eventually 285 is going to have, of course, a higher rate of fire, but it will just mean, of course, the KB2s will pretty much just present a serious threat there. Trying to knock it out there with the Pack 40, Panzer was flanking from the other side. Need to get up the tanks there at the very least. Then there we go, good hits, good hits. T-34 shoots, failed to penetrate, and there we go, almost knocked out. Field gun opening up there as well. Main gun wreck, stops up. Should have just kept moving. There you go. T-34 down, T-34 down. And that's even without the H-5 there. The field gun there covering up the flank was quite a nice touch there from the Prince of Angels. We've got Pioneers up, rushing up, trying to get vengeance for the comrades, burning in that Russian tank. And the T-34 they're arriving for Princess. Field gun crew in trouble. Cryptic just ever slowly marching towards the Tiger as fast as he can again. And that's really the only usage he's made with that Doctrine. There's been nothing else besides it. And we actually got, there we go, we got self-repair. So overall, Prince of Angels is actually using every single ability in her Doctrine. Cryptic only one. T-54 flanking in there, troops being holded by the MD-42. T-54 in there we go, Pan-4 gets off, good hit. Full tough, and there you go, Pat 40 landing another good hit in the T-54. Right here, Princess, you just kept moving and set stops up. Right between these two units, taking nice hit. There you go, T-5 gets in, a good hit. Pack 40 turns, but we also got the KV-2 setting up ready to sort of blast the Pack 40 to hell. Getting another H-35, perhaps expecting Cryptic there to go for another Tiger tank, and we see nothing else to support the Panzer IV. Not bad, not bad. Pack 40 crew annihilated, Pack 40 barely functional as well. Panzer Grenadier here gaining eventually 2, Grenadier supporting. No, cancels the H-35, it goes for another T-34. Panzer was trying to make the head forward. Oh, stopped again. He needs to stop just charging head on. That's just a kill zone there for the KV-2. He needs to flank more. Properly, not just small scattered flanks now. It needs to be a proper flanking assault full of force, a Schwerpunkt, with everything he can master to sort of break through and get behind everything. So just trying to poke through. Pad 4 running straight to that field gun, which has barely moved. Pioneers flanking, we got the Q2 as well, and of course got the H-5 supporting it all. Cryptic ever close to the Tiger, but it's not particularly looking good there. Got a Pack 40 hit abandoned by the fields right behind the Tiger. H-5 moving ahead. Actually spotting, I think, for the KV-2 to a certain extent. There you go, Panzer falling back. Not bad at all, using the H-5's increased line of sight thanks to focus sight as a method of spotting. Rough grenade here, and decent hit, but the maximum crew still up. We've got the Consul moving in, flushing out. Mortar crew wipe, MD-42 crew in trouble as well.
We are losing a sector.
Panzer Grenadier sneaking about. Cryptic very much in trouble here. He's very close to the Tiger, but the question is, will the Tiger suffice now? And there you go, Panzer Stinger. He's actually upgrade both of them now to Panzer 6. He's desperate, desperate. Which actually leaves him more vulnerable. There you go, going after the H-5. Panzer was getting wiped here by the KV-2. T-54 flanking in. Almost got the shot. Keeps missing. And there we go. Cryptic surrenders, realizing he's pretty much blown it. Game over, a loss here for the 3rd SS, a victory for Princes of Angels, a victory for the Soviet Union. Very well played there by Princes. I think the mid-game was a bit worrying, but managed to come back nicely, using the KV-2 very nicely. H-5s, mines, good use of infantry and support weapons. Overall, striking back at Cryptic, who I think made several tactical mistakes. Upgrading those veteran 3 Panzer Grenadiers, I think, was definitely one of the bigger mistakes that Cryptic made, but also just the lack of Stooks. And overall, he also just kept attacking head on. He never sort of really tried to launch any bigger flank attacks, when he probably should have, and I think that was also one of his bigger mistakes there, to be honest, just constantly feeding Prince's vehicles experience and of course just blood and kills. So he should have definitely, but also there was also this difference in doctrinal usage. His was sort of like, oh well, I'll go for a Tiger, I'll choose one doctrine, and then he never used the rest of the doctrine, whereas Prince of Angels early on went for a doctrine and then made full use of that doctrine throughout the fight. And that was also, I think, one of the bigger differences there. And overall, I think also signals that Prince of Angels overall had a much clearer strategy compared to Cryptic, which again then factored in a lot more elements compared to Cryptic's, who was a lot more sort of ram shot and just throwing stuff at the wall, seeing what's stuck there. So overall, in that sense, Prince of Angels, I think, also played rather stronger here than Cryptic. I mean, Cryptic needs to flank more and also sort of work a bit in force composition, of course, not upgrade veterans to 3 Panzer Grenadiers to Panzer Rex. Let them keep killing infantry. Also use Doctrine better. So there you go. I hope you enjoyed this match. I hope you learned something from it. I hope it gives you ideas for matches. If it did, why not subscribe, tell your friends, share it with everyone. If not, send a replay or provide some feedback in the comment section. This is Imperial Linking. Cheers, thanks for watching, and hope to see you all tomorrow. Bye.